welcome to the Christmas Hanukkah holiday episode of Literary Gladiators, the show where we discuss and debate literature in all of its forms. If it's written work, it's game. Let's meet the panel.
Ari.
And I'm Josh. Seems like it's pretty empty here today.
So
Ari, I really appreciate you coming to do the Christmas Hanukkah holiday special while most people were engaged in their own festivities.
Yep. In the Jewish tradition, we don't normally it's not as much of a family celebration as Christmas is. It's still an important celebration, but it's not like we fly halfway across the country to see our loved ones. We usually do that for Rosh Hashanah or Yom Kippur.
I know that Shabbat is
or Passover.
Your biggest holiday.
Yeah.
It's your most. Granted, for the Christian religion, especially the Catholic sect, Easter is their most Christianly holiday.
Yeah, I'd say the holiday where we go to other people's houses the most, or they come to us, is Passover, which is in April.
Yeah, I know that your dad, your family, and especially your dad, put together some of the great seders.
Well, today we're going to be talking about how we can relate, books and stuff with Christmas and.
Oh ho ho!
Speaking of Christmas.
Ho ho ho! Oh ho ho!
Oh, who it is?
Charlie Claus!
Ho ho ho!
I expected that to happen.
Oh yay!
You did expect that, didn't you? I brought a little present for us.
Oh, a present!
Yeah, I'm.
A spoken word poet!
Hooray!
I've been looking for having one of those on here.
Have a seat, Charlie Claus.
Ho 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 ho! I get to do this once a year, and I love it.
Ready?
Ho ho ho!
Oh, hello again, Charlie Claus.
Charlie Claus.
Everybody, please have a seat.
If I can find it, children.
I'd like a toy train, and I want a Thomas train, and I want a Edward train, I want a Percy train, and I want a Gordon train and a James train, and I don't even remember how I know all these names.
Did you say Henry?
Henry train. Even Josh remembers it.
How about a Birdie the Bus and Harold the Horse?
No, that's mine. Sorry, that's mine. I'm just kidding.
Already. I don't think we'll need this, but...
Yeah, I almost put that over my head, kids, so don't do that. Or it was...
Already.
So for everyone who's celebrating Christmas and Hanukkah or whatever, happy holidays, and let's get started.
Erin, welcome to our show. Erin is a spoken word poet who is doing relatively well.
Thank you.
And she has her own YouTube channel that has a mucho amount of views. Or a mucho amount of subscribers and views.
Hooray!
So let's just get started into talking about what we enjoy doing for the December holidays. You want to begin, Erin?
Sure. This year I'm really excited because last year I didn't have a job and I couldn't afford gifts for everyone, so I just had to tell my whole family I'm broke, none of you get gifts. But this year I have a job and I could save up a tiny bit of money, so I'm very excited to give very thoughtful, personalized gifts to all my family members.
Congratulations.
Always, spectacular. I'm sure that Charlie Claus has nice things to say about that deed, and perhaps he'll treat you nice in return.
Of course they will. Congratulations. I can't see you very well, but these are not my reading glasses.
Ready?
Congratulations.
We're going to reach across and,
Ready. But Ari is the lone Jewish member of our panel.
Oh!
Wait, single gosh.
Do you believe in me?
Well, you are right in front of me, so obviously.
Good.
He is a lone wolf in that degree, but what are your plans this holiday?
Well, my plans is that I get to be at home with my brother because my parents are going on a cruise. So they won't be at home.
And they didn't invite you?
Well, no, because it's they're rabbis and they're leading the service and stuff on the
rabbi cruise?
Yeah. Well, it's basically. And what is happening is I'll probably, hang out with my friends. I know on the 25th I'm hoping that I can work because I work at a Chinese restaurant during the day, so hopefully I can be like the only person who works and I'm like, yes, I get all the money.
And you get the Kung Fu Young. What's that stuff called that you guys eat every now and then?
It's called Mugu Gai Pan. That's actually that's the actual name of a Chinese dish.
I prefer the lo mein and beef and broccoli.
Ari, you have no need to worry. I will not be competition because I will. My store closes on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
And I'm very thankful.
Something I will be doing though is I'll be basically just spending time with my friends when it's not directly Christmas.
Okay.
So like before and after Christmas, I might spend time with like my friends, and although it would be difficult to spend time with my family during this particular period of time, I'm sure that me and my brother will probably do something.
Okay.
And of course, Hanukkah actually starts the same day as Christmas this year. It's
Nice.
very late.
Oh, it's Christmas Eve, actually.
Yes,
It changes all the
Yes.
time.
it changes every year. So
Already. Charlie Claus?
Well, my elves are loading my sleigh as we speak. And I'm getting loaded on eggnog. I mean, having a... And for those of you who are leaving out the vegan cookies, much appreciated, but it doesn't do well with the GI track. But thank you very much.
Now, Charlie Claus, are you sure that anybody's going to get gifts after your elves get a hold of them?
the elves are just going to take them.
No.
Kids aren't going to get any gifts.
No, because with my elves, I'm very strict with my... Chill, my child. Chill like an ice cube.
I'm worried for everyone else, not myself. That's the meaning of the holidays.
You're right.
I'm pretty sure your elves are vacuum cleaners.
They're not.
What?
They're the security officers. Okay, let's not go into this one. Mrs. Claus is a drum set. For the newcomers on this panel, you're in for a shock.
Okay.
Yeah, Mrs. Claus and I, a couple centuries ago, had a little bit of we had some issues. How are you going to finance this house? I'm like, honey, I got 2 million elves I have to keep an eye on. Get off that shelf. That's my drum set. That's my wife. Get off. Anyway, no. But Christmas is always, as I say every year, it's a giving. And, of course, I know this is a cliche. Giving is better than receiving. Especially what I like to do is pay it forward to people I can't see because these are not my reading glasses. So if I'm not looking at the camera directly, you know who I'm really looking at.
Well, we do have a book tag where we recognize other authors and writers in the community.
My
right.
forward tag is for booktubers.
Yeah, booktubers.
With, roughly 500 subscribers or less.
Yeah, what I like to do every year, especially, my elves, I give them a few days off after Christmas, Anyway, I know I seem a little gloomy right now because, I got a ticket by my sled. So whoever that cop was, I'll let him go, because I was parked in a no sled zone. I don't know why you had that sign out there. Were you trying to get me in trouble? Oh, well, the gold card helps every now and then. But anyway.
Perhaps she was training.
Yes, and that's all right. So good luck to whoever you are, my friends. All right. I wish you the very best.
Okay, with regard to my plans for the December holidays, I plan to spend it with my family.
Ho, ho, ho! You can't take them from me this year.
And then I engage in, and then I just have my own little traditions where I'll watch The Night of the Meek for the Twilight Zone.
Oh, I actually saw that about a week ago. It was actually, they did a Christmas themed thing on MeTV.
Oh, okay.
And
that's perfect choice.
Yes, so they're probably gonna do it again on Sci-Fi during New Year. But
they do everything.
It's such a good episode because you see. First of all, I like Art Carney, and also it's like the first and only time I've ever seen John Fiedler angry at somebody.
Oh,
because he's got this very
Mr. Dundee.
light voice, and he's always like this, and he's good with people, and he's just screaming at Art Carney. He's just like, you're drunk in front of all these people, and this and this and this, and you're not working in my store anymore. And then at the end, it's like he gets the wine he wants, and he looks up, is that Mr. whatever?
Mr. Brandy. But yeah.
Brandy is a fine girl, you know that?
Sure that
and he just walks down the street with the
cherry
cup.
brandy, 1902 or 03.
Yeah.
Aren't you a little young to be drinking there, my man? Just kidding.
Otherwise,
But it was a good episode, yeah.
probably be working leading up to the holiday as well, because retail
I also
busy
saw
business.
Penny for your thoughts last night, which was a good episode. But yeah, Night of the Meek is I really enjoy it because it's kind of like it's very festive and it's
Sentimental,
sentimental.
definitely. Alrighty, let's move on to the
Second question.
literature, which we are a literature web show.
Yes, indeed. And you all do a very wonderful job.
If you can recommend any holiday reading, what would it be and why? Let's start with Erin again.
I'm trying to think of like a holiday theme. Have I ever read any? I'm sure I have.
Even if it's just about giving.
If nothing is coming to mind, can I pass?
Yeah, I would say that we can give you some good suggestions.
Okay.
That's
So actually, one of my favorite things to read that's based off of holidays is actually, in fact, the Chanukah story, the original Hanukkah story from the Bible, about how with Antiochus and how the Jews rose up and how the menorah lasted for 8 days on one
Thing
bit
of
of
oil,
oil
right?
instead of one.
one more oil.
I think it's a very interesting story. Even if you're not interested in like religion or anything, it's not really part of the actual, stuff. So it's like a separate story that I think you would enjoy actually. So you should check it out. You can probably find it in any Bible or Hanukkah book. When it comes to Christmas, since written work is game, there are a lot of Christmas songs that I enjoy.
Cause we need a little Christmas right this every minute. My reindeer hate me for this, but it's too bad it's on replay. It's on. I have to find a way to get it off the loop. I'm not inclined to do so.
I don't like that much
Sorry.
Christmas music, but like stuff like pop culture music, like Last Christmas or War.
All I want for Christmas is you.
Last Christmas is one of my least favorite Christmas songs.
Then you
Merry Xmas War's
then
Over
you
is
prob-
one of my favorites.
You would have probably hated it because I remember at high school I played Last Christmas for a concert.
Oh, I remember that. I remember you and Christina Grimmie
cookies.
were at
Well,
the same
no, it
concert.
was. Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah. The thing is that War is Over is a great song. You're
Oh
right.
yes, John Lennon, Sir John Lennon. I think he's been knighted,
Mhm.
but still.
And it's just just a lot of the songs. The lyrics don't necessarily have to do with religious or previous experiences during Christmas. It
Peace
has
on
to
Earth,
do,
right?
yeah, peace on earth
Yeah.
and
Piece of cake.
like brotherhood,
Yes.
that kind of stuff. So
Fellowship.
And then lastly, I also would say that one of my favorite, as Josh was saying, there are some television shows I like with Christmas too. So, but I always liked Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer for some reason.
The claymation one?
No,
Oh.
I'm saying like reading the story.
Oh, okay.
I like
Although I
the
have seen the
claymation special was
claymation
just,
ones. I love claymation.
I
So
like that.
yeah, so those would probably be, when it comes to Christmas and Hanukkah, those would probably be. There's also some Hanukkah books I can recommend.
Your mother's.
Yeah, my mom
by
my
Eva
mom
Cohen,
writes
so-
my mom writes books, and one of the books she wrote was Hanukkah Guilt. You should probably check it out. It's pretty good. There are also some Hanukkah cookbooks out there for those of you who want to learn how to make potato pancakes and everything.
What are those called? Latkes?
Latkes, yes.
Yes, I had a pierogi the other night, and I almost
Latkes are amazing. So
On the topic of Hanukkah Guilt, the third story in the series, Yom Killer, is coming out,
yep.
which I'm definitely going to be buying that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that everybody should too. I'll leave information down below.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But
So those are the kind of holiday festive books that I've
Yeah,
books and literary works that I.
too much eggnog, my friend. Moderation. If it's junk food, then help yourself.
Charlie Claus?
Hmm?
Charlie Claus, who's teaching bad lessons to people?
What?
Unhealthy eating habits?
Hey, I've been eating cookies for the past how many years, and I'm still fit. I'm just getting my reading glasses because I'm sitting on them. I use these glasses, because they're less threatening to the children. They look more appealing. Ah! Ouch. With these, I look like I'm in the mafia, so I don't want to do that to them.
I look a bit more familiar.
You can't prove anything. Now, With this, being that I'm Santa here, I get to break some of the rules a little bit. And I know that makes me a little hypocritical, and I am sorry. So I will pay it forward again, which is what this book is about, really. Helping those in need. The book is called Oliver's Tree. It is not a holiday book. You have to pass the tradition along. Here you go. You usually rip them from me every year. I'm a little depressed because I got that parking ticket. Anyway. Now, this is Oliver's Tree. It's and that's from Kit Chase. And it's actually her first book. Now, you're probably thinking to yourselves, why did he choose this? Well, I'm Santa. And also, there's a character. There's 3 characters. There's one named Oliver, who's the elephant. And there's Lula, who is, I think, a squirrel. And there is a bunny rabbit named Charlie. So I was at the local library. Well, for me, it's not so local, but I was there, just looking around. And next thing I know, I say to myself, "Wait a minute, this looks like a good book." And I'm perusing through it. My somewhat not as evil twin. He's a substitute.
I think he is a bird.
He's a bird. You're right. Jeez.
Reading glasses didn't help me.
Yeah, you're right. Rub it in much? No, but basically, I'm gonna describe this in a nutshell. I would give, first of all, the rating 5 out of 5, and especially being that it's her first book, Kit Chase, spot on. Elephants are usually a little, big. Okay, shall we say? And the reason it's called Oliver's Tree is because Oliver doesn't, being that Lula is a bird and Charlie is a bunny rabbit. They get to, go in places that elephants really can't. So, what happens midway through? They're playing. Obviously we know it's a kid's book. They're playing and halfway through, Oliver doesn't realize he doesn't really fit in too well. Kind of like when I was in high school back in, I don't want to talk about it. And then next thing we know, Oliver's all alone. He doesn't have, he's like, oh, I'll never find a tree for me, or as delicate as I can put it. Yeah, thank you. I get some of the sympathy here. Basically, Lula and Charlie, they're like, what do we do now? Oliver's all upset. He's all, he's like, he's not at the parties anymore, or something like that. And, basically, they just build him a tree. Basically, what happens, they build Oliver his tree at the end of the book. They come together, they start building, and they have a little. It's actually a tree stump, but they make it look more like a tree.
Har, har.
And they're having a little pirate fight.
You are a pirate.
Yes, indeed. So.
No, not you.
I know. Yeah. All right, so why this book? Even though it's not a holiday, it's about giving. It's about helping those in need who are less fortunate. We're reaching out to those. Especially if you just lost, this is now, of course, more on a grown-up level, shall we say. I don't like to use that word because some grown-ups start believing in me, and I don't like that. But that's okay.
I think one of the most important, it's kind of, not really important, but one of the statements I've heard about giving during Christmas that stands out to me goes something like, if you haven't got a penny, a hay penny will do. If you don't have a hay penny, then God bless you.
Exactly. I remember hearing that somewhere.
It's in a song called, I think it's called Solent or something.
Yes, and I remember Peter, Paul, and Mary. They've done a beautiful
They
edition.
covered it, yeah.
Yes, yes.
And added their own names to it.
Of course, yeah, and they've done terrific.
That is quite spectacular.
But still, and if I was to choose a holiday work, it would have to be, as my father would read to me every night before, when I was a wee little Santa, night before Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, is that a mouse over there? Just kidding.
The traditional one.
Ugh. Okay.
Yeah, we don't have mice, but we have a kid running around.
Before you go, Josh, do you mind if I ask everyone a question?
Yeah, absolutely.
What do you guys think of It's a Wonderful Life?
Oh,
Love it.
I like the story, but
Love it.
There's a great majority of the film that talks about George Bailey and the bank closing down.
Okay.
So there's only maybe 20 to 25% of the movie that's actually about what we're most familiar with, and that is George Bailey's life crumbling visually, and how he wishes that he was never born, and the results, which
What do you think of that movie?
I love that movie. It's a classic. It's like
I haven't. Oh, sorry.
My mom does not like it at all.
Why?
I don't know. I'd have to ask her.
I have to watch it again because
I'm okay with it.
Can you get it on YouTube?
I'm sure you can.
Yeah.
If not
maybe
YouTube.
Netflix.
Yeah.
It's frowned upon.
Oh, it's
by-
definitely on Netflix.
Yeah. Okay. I know Netflix retired a lot of their movies that they
Yeah.
don't hold anymore.
Netflix is somewhat on my naughty list right now.
Yeah, they got rid of stuff like Doctor Who.
I know that they got rid of Duck Soup, which at least I have.
Duck Soup is so good.
At least I have all of the Marx Brothers films on DVD.
Yes, so do we.
And I have Love Happy on VHS.
So what do you got, Josh?
I have gone over the first celebration. It was Night of the Meek by Rod Serling, which I intentionally I went onto Amazon and hunted for the collection to where I can
I
find
know
it.
I have a copy of the transcript, not a transcript, but like a written version of Night of the Meek somewhere in my house.
Yeah, that's I have it in because Rod Serling converted a lot of his scripts into short stories.
Yeah.
The I like works that bring about sentiment. So
Yes.
last time I did the Heavenly Christmas Tree, and one that I would bring up now is Vanka by Anton Chekhov. The K is silent, according to what a Russian booktuber told me. But this work has to do with a young boy who lives in a miserable background, and he is longing for a better life. And it talks about him writing a letter to his grandfather, who was the one person that understood him, and he sends the letter.
I feel that a lot of Christmas stories have to do with connecting with people who have passed away. I've noticed that theme a few times.
Well, if I may interject,
Sure.
I'm just realizing how bad I have to shave. Just
When you
cut
interject,
this
you
here.
want to go forward, not back.
Yeah, you're right. Exactly. I almost fell back. Anyway, around the holidays, especially if somebody has had a loss in the family, whether it be a pet or someone very, very, you're very well attached, like a great like a grandfather or or an immediate family member, a sister, brother, there's someone with a higher authority that, and I'm like, hey, I'm trying to get this kid, but still, I can't fight with that upper. You know who that upper is.
Mm-hmm.
But we can only negotiate so much.
I when I went to CCD back in second grade, the teacher read us a story about Jesus helping out Santa Claus.
Yes.
That is something that bothers me a little bit.
That's weird.
Is that
Hey, we got along great.
Public- yeah, public schools tend to lean towards Christmas.
Yes, and if you're gonna lean toward one thing, you gotta lean toward
CCD is Catholic.
Oh, okay. I thought it was.
But yeah, no, I know.
It's like a part-time. It's requirement for Catholics that are looking to receive.
Like I remember at
sacraments.
Yale, they put up a ton of Christmas stuff, but they never did anything for Hanukkah. Same thing with Cherokee.
Yes, I noticed when my evil, well, he's not really evil, he's just a clumsier version of me. When he goes into sub every now and then, he realizes, especially around this time of year, he's always called in a lot. It's all Christmas, but they're now starting to try and introduce other traditions. Hanukkah, they're doing Christmas around the world in some schools where not where I go, but where my somewhat clumsier twin than I go. He goes and he does the same thing. He's just and he's a lot better looking than me. I'll flat out say. But
And then, of course, your mother's Hanukkah Guild is a favorite.
Did you read Unleavened yet?
I did read Unleavened. I got an advanced copy when it first came
That's
out.
right. I thought. Yeah, I couldn't remember. Did you read Talk Dirty Yiddish yet?
I have to read Talk Dirty Yiddish. I don't know. I know I'm going to read something for Jewish January either.
I like
Talk Dirty Yiddish or Young Killer. Probably Young Killer, but I'll get to Talk Dirty Yiddish.
Anyway, if I may, but talking about what you were saying, to reinforce what you were saying earlier about how Christmas usually brings from, the dead, shall we say, and I can't negotiate with that higher power, but it's because it's around those holiday seasons you really tend to miss them. You know, it's like where Grandma used to sit and she used to say, "Remember with the war and my husband, he never came back." Well, honey, he did. You just didn't remember that. You know, it's because you miss them. You secretly miss them, and you know, of course, you have sometimes the family member you don't. You're. Let's put it this way.
There's a lot of contributing factors to it, too.
Yes, of course, yes, and I strongly agree with
Christmas is...
I don't mean to make you sad, Charlie Claus.
December's a holiday, the December holidays are a time of
reflection,
especially because it's the end of the year.
Or
maybe
maybe just everyone's depressed
But-
because it's December and it's cold and it's dark.
You have
And then
but
you got the
also,
summer
you
coming
have
up.
everybody together, so when everyone's together, they're going to reminisce
Yeah, that's true.
and that's basically what happens. You know,
about
like
all times.
remember that? You remember your grandma? I'm like, oh, here we go. Yes, I remember grandma. Don't make me cry. Get the eggnog out here. No, not the eggnog. You know what? I'm on a diet this year. Just pass out not the vegan cookies. Thank you. Santa gets a little hurt with the vegan stuff. But thank you very much. It's much appreciated.
Very last question. What would you leave for Charlie Claus on your table? Erin?
Definitely not vegan cookies.
Thank you. It's just, it's with my, insides, they're not used to it, so.
I really like chocolate covered pretzels, so I would leave you some of those.
Thank you very much. I'll leave you those toy trains you wanted. Oh, wait, that was you.
That was me.
Okay.
Whatever
I would leave him a bunch of bananas.
You are so on the naughty list, mister. Bananas drive me bananas.
I'm just joking. I know. I would leave you a nice plate of cookies, probably made by my mother.
Oh, excellent. And she
Banana.
is very good. I like
Already.
bananas, please. Oh, my God.
I'm sure that my mother will appreciate that Charlie Claus
Loves them.
loves her cookies.
Yes.
Already.
You'd be surprised what some other people leave me around the world, and sometimes some people can't leave me anything. And you know what? That's okay. I don't mind.
Ready? Ari?
Well, I happen to have brought something with me to share
what?
with Charlie Claus.
You did? You didn't have to do that.
Okay. Let's see.
This plan. Uh-oh.
Okay. I'll show everybody watching at home. Okay. And
Well, I can't finish it now, but I can eat it. But I think
Yes,
you get
you
the
can.
message. I have, actually.
That's what I would leave for Charlie Claus.
Just this?
Yeah.
Or the actual...
The actual person.
Officer Jenny.
I have a very strong connection with police officers, firefighters, EMS. They work the holidays. Of course, the armed forces. You all work the holidays, and if you are a veteran or a police, anything, thank you. And of course, it is always appreciated.
If I were to give him a tangible object, I'd probably give you some cookies as well.
Okay.
A vacuum cleaner?
No, cookies.
Oh, good, because I could use a new vacuum.
Okay.
You could use a new vacuum.
Shut it.
Okay. Anybody have any final thoughts?
Well, I mean, I just wanted to wish everyone out there a happy holiday season. Have a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, celebrate Kwanzaa.
This
That
actually
too.
did taste pretty good.
Already, before we wrap up, because Erin is a spoken word poet, I thought that we should close the show off with Erin reading one of her poems.
Sure.
Already.
On the note of kind of like self-reflection at the end of the year, like a lot of people, they start thinking about New Year's resolutions, they start thinking about family, their place in their life, a lot of things. So this one is one on self-reflection and how you perceive the world is oftentimes a choice that you can actively make, and it could better how you feel inside. So this one is titled What's Good. Last night I looked in the mirror and asked my reflection, what's wrong? She said, I'm exhausted. There were owls hooting outside my window until 4 a.m. and the heating was broke, so I had to sleep under an electric blanket. And then I woke up early, went to the gym, had plans to meet up with a friend, but couldn't find her. And with all those New Year's resolution havers watching me, I couldn't wander around with lost puppy dog eyes. So I jogged by myself for 20 minutes, fighting off an anxiety attack the whole way. And then when I got home, I checked my bank account, only to learn that I had $80 to my name. So overall, it was a great day that I'm ending with a big smile on my face. My reflection then took a breath and asked me, what's good? I tell her everything. That last night I heard owls for the first time, and their hoots somehow soothed my 4 a.m. chronic loneliness, and that I got to sleep with the heated blanket that my dad bought me for Christmas, and I even woke up early so I could start my new year, new fitness journey and prove to myself once again that I am strong enough to fight off panic attacks. And then when I got home, I checked my bank account and saw that I had $80 to my name. So yeah, overall, it was a great day that I am choosing to end with a smile on my face. So, kind of the idea that you can see the same exact occurrence in different light and feel differently about it.
Excellent.
Yeah, kind of goes with Christmas and Hanukkah. They're both holidays, but you can look at them in different views.
Very nice.
Very, very nice.
Absolutely. And I'll leave all of the necessary information down below, including a link to Erin's YouTube channel. Thank you for tuning in and spending some December holidays with us. And have a Merry Christmas, a Happy Hanukkah, Happy Holiday.
Enjoy.
And keep reading, everybody.
Of course. Keep reading. Enjoy. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays.
That's my hair.
Sorry.